Oh. What's up, Sean? Sean O'Malley, the fucking alley cat. What's up, dude? Bro, I like the shit that I just went through. I can't even talk about it on stream. Like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna message you on Discord. I'm gonna message you on Discord right now. Actually, never mind. I'll message it to you a different day. I'll message it to you a different day, Shawnee. I'll message it to you a different day. Now is not the time for it. If you ain't first, you're last. Yeah. Tell that to all the guys. Tell that to all the guys that fuck that Bonnie Blue chick or whatever. If you ain't first, you're last. They don't seem to care. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Redeem Toad? Fuck, man. Boys. They're trying to form the militia? Yeah, it reminds me of like Gangstar, the militia. Anyway, shit.
Go!
Here's a bulletin. State Police, Princeton Junction. Hills Militia. Certain individuals of unidentified nature is now under complete control.
Hip-hop is not what it is today.
It's the real. It's the
Militia.
If heads only knew how I felt about the rap game, they relocate and change the name. I eradicate move fakers.
Anyway. Bro, people are like just fucked in the head.
Received
man. People are just fucked. Like this bitch that goes and takes over in my spot. I have a stack of boxes that will last this cunt. Like literally like for the next 2.5 hours, like bare minimum. She comes in and she's like, "Oh, this is all the boxes you made me?" I'm like, "Yeah, why? What's the problem?" She's like, "Oh, that's not a lot." And I'm just like, "Listen, lady, when I came in, I didn't even have a fucking box made for me. Just be glad you got a fucking stack." And she's like, "Yeah, but usually there's more." And I'm just like, "Listen, do you hear what I just said? When I came in, there wasn't a single fucking box made for me. Be glad you fucking have any." And I just left. Fuck, man. You greedy cunt. You just want me to do your fucking job for you tonight? Like, fuck you. Fucking just mind-boggling shit, bro. I worked with fucking the laziest immigrant fucks, dude. I swear to God. The laziest immigrant fucks, man. Like, they're fucking driving me crazy, man. But boys, listen to this. I might be moving, eh? I might be moving. Still in Canada, though. But literally just across town. Like, what a fucking dumb bitch. That bitch got me riled. I thought that kid was gonna message me. I was just gonna be like, "Listen here, you stupid cocksucker. Why the fuck would I rip you off, you dumb fuck? Like, I'm fucking trying to have you come back 100 times for $80, not fucking once for $80, you dumb cocksucker." Fuck, man. People are pissing me off today, boys. People are straight pissing me the fuck off today. Man, you're fucking ripping me off, dude. Like, no, why the fuck would I rip you off for $80 one time? Why would I rip you off for $80 one time when I could fucking have you come back to me 10 times and that's $800 in my pocket, you dumb fuck? People don't think about shit. Like, fuck, man. Stupid fucking cocksuckers, man. You fucking ripping me off, dude. Like, fucking suck my dick, I'm ripping you off. People don't fucking think, man. It's fucking annoying. Fucking ripping me off, dude, for $80 for one time. Fucking dumb fuck, man. Look, that pissed me off when you said that. You did. You so fucking. The fucking little pussy boy didn't even say it to my face either. He waited for me to drive away and then messages me, like. Uh, okay. All right. You'll give me some battle stabs, gentlemen, over yonder. I'll get me these battle stabs. I gotta run downstairs and go grab this fucking big old thing of oil because I'm gonna roll up a fucking oil doobie, boys. Oil fucking doobits. You know what? I did the math. I'm gonna have over 10 mil cash stack, baby, once I high off all my shit. I did the math, skis. I'm gonna have a 10 mil cash stack on the iron. Oh. What's the bank worth? 12 mil? Oh. So I can get changed into some fucking pajamas. Socks off too, they stink. Fucking could only imagine what my work boots smell like. Oh my god. Like, what a fucking dumb bitch, bro. Both my fucking coworker and this fucking guy I had to go see after work. Like, what dumb fucks. Bro, you're ripping me off, man. Yeah, because I'm gonna rip you off for fucking $80 one time, you fucking idiot. Fucking grow, brain. Left end. OSRS left end. Couldn't agree more. Like, this bitch, this fucking black chick, comes into work. They probably smell like blue cheese. Yo, this black bitch at work that I'm talking about, she got like a cottage cheese bum, bro. Half her body is her ass. It's fucked. I call her cottage cheese bum. Anyway, this fucking black chick at work shows up, and she starts like I have a stack of boxes, probably for like 2.5 hours worth of work. And she goes, "Oh, you didn't make me any boxes." I'm like, "Bitch, what the fuck are you looking at here? Like, what are all these?" Mm. Why people let themselves get that big? I have no idea. Well, how much $80? Well, I can't really talk about it too much on stream, but like, I went and met my buddy. He needed something for $80, so I went and fucking got it for him. And he's telling me like I ripped him off, and I'm just like, motherfucker, like, why would I rip you off one time for fucking $80? It doesn't even make fucking sense. Like, I'm trying to make money here, motherfucker. Why people let themselves get that big? I mean, I don't know. Some people can't help it. Some people have like thyroid problems and stuff. Like my mom, she's a bigger set, heavy set woman, and like she was skinny her whole life. And then when she turned like, well, after she had gave birth to me at like 35, she developed a thyroid problem. I guess I fucked her body up, and then she just like she can sit there and go to the gym and like work out, eat proper, and she just still be overweight. So some people just can't help it, you know. Then you got like lazy fat fucks that just don't do anything and just sit around drinking pop, eating chips. They're like 400 pounds. You know what I mean? And just have no ambition, no goals. It's like a majority, but people should only eat once a day. Speak for yourself, buddy. That's not true at all. It depends what you're doing. If you're like fasting and stuff, sure, but like if you're working out or you have a heavy like fucking like laborious job or something, you need to eat because food is energy. Like, tell me you're working out on a fucking oil rig and you're only eating once a day, bud. I'll fucking I'd literally suck on your toe if that was the case. I'd literally suck your fucking toes. Yeah, I'm sure you do now. I'm sure you do, but it's not like you're fucking doing like massive back-breaking labor. You're fucking sitting there using a jackhammer, fucking welding and shit. Like, trust me, bro. Just the more energy you exert, the more you're gonna need to fuel your body. You know what I mean? And this is how it is. I'm missing something here. Yeah, I thought so. People that fast from food live longer. Well, the thing is, food now is completely different than what it was years ago. Food now is pumped full of chemicals, and they're basically trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I can agree with that. But back when food was actually like natural, like I have to disagree with you. But today's food isn't natural. You know what I mean? It's all fucking hydroponically grown vegetables and all this chemicals and bullshit put into your fucking produce. Like it's different now than it's ever been in life. Especially with Bill Gates going out buying up all the farmland and shit. Who knows what the fuck's in our food now? Back like 50 years ago, though, you could eat 3 times a day and it was probably actually healthier for you because things are more natural, you know what I mean? Maybe not even 50 years ago, probably like 70 years ago, if I'm being honest with you. May even be like, yeah, it may even be like, yeah, like 70 years, a bit like a little bit longer than 50. But today, I would agree with you. It's probably best just to eat once a day and eat like a steak. Good old steak. It's like one thing I'll agree with you. You're not supposed to eat breakfast. Breakfast, as I say, is like the most important meal of the day. On the contrary, it's probably like the most damaging to your gut and to your overall health, in my opinion. It just makes you very lethargic and fucking just like lazy as fuck. Yo, Jacob Driver, do you play RuneScape, buddy? Everything's slow. Yeah, exactly. Or just like when you wake up. Yeah. Do you play RuneScape, Jacob? I never played before. Okay, I got a serious question for you. How the fuck did you come across my stream then? Because like you came into my fucking OSRS stream the one day. We don't play RuneScape. How did you find my channel? Did it just get randomly recommended to you or something? And you're like, oh, zombies. What? You came in for zombies? What the fuck? I don't remember seeing you for zombies. Damn. Ripski. Oh, that's what I wanted to do tonight, actually. Low key, I was gonna play some fucking town round 50, but I forgot. Yep. I'll do that tomorrow, I guess. Or maybe I'll play it. A hardcore zombies player back in the day? Same. I might play some Apex with JPEX tomorrow, actually. I'm not even talking loud, lady. I'm literally using my inside voice, so fuck you. Speak of the fucking devil right there, eh? Fucking guys just lurking. Fucking weirdo just sitting there not saying nothing. Typical JPEGs bullshit right there. What's the green one do? Wasp, Cantadine, Lantadine. Fuck, man. I gotta see something here. What if I change this? Dribbler. Canada to go. Bro, wait, I gotta find that stream. This fucking 1v3, bro, I've been thinking about this shit all day. I'm not even joking. The 1v3 I had the other day, like, fucking made my cock rock hard, dude. I think it was during this stream. Wait, you're just describing it?
Yep. 911 call from a young woman
They just
named
stand in
Chris.
the middle. I'm getting
You
out
have
of
to
to
take
take you have to guess. You have to guess. You have to guess my age, and then I'll tell you. How old do you think I am?
The resing.
28? Yeah, I turn 28 next Friday.
One shot, he's one, he's low. You can res.
I turn 20 December. Damn. You got a late birthday. Oh no. God damn it. I forgot it does this bullshit. For fuck's sakes. There we go. Get rid of that fucking bullshit. I turned 28 in December. December 7th. Yo, my ex-girlfriend's birthday is December 7th. That's crazy. The chick I got Rocky from. You see aimbot hacks? Oh no. They got me. Imagine, dude, imagine if I was so bad at Apex, I'd never been pred, and I'm sitting there using hacks. Imagine that, though, Jay.
Christy Fullman. Christy had just found her best friend of 12
fucking
years
wild.
dead inside her home.
111, what's the address of your emergency?
I don't know. I'm on Avoca Street. I need someone right now.
What street are you on?
Avoca.
Avoca? Okay, what's going on?
I was supposed to meet my best friend for coffee. She's dead.
You think your best friend is dead? Are you able to check what the address is? Okay. All right, we're going to get help on the way here.
Several units rushed to Avoca Street, but since
That chick is not a survivor. That chick right there is not a survivor, bro. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, boys. I have to do some shit tonight. And this is going to be a very boring stream. So I'm going to put on some entertaining videos and shit. But basically what I have to do And again, this is going to be extremely fucking boring. But I have to collect 2,000 fucking blue scales from blue dragons. So what we will do, I'm gonna be hitting a dragon. Nah, even worse, I'm just gonna be picking shit up off the fucking ground. Even fucking worse, like. And then 2,000 Lanthodimes. One boring stream, man. I mean, I just gotta do it, you know what I mean? I just fucking unfortunately need to do it. Because I need to make at least 1,000 of them. I need at least 1,000, so I can, yeah, I think I'll just do 1,000. And then do 992 lie paste, or whatever. Lie paste.
Christy was too panicked to think straight. She was unable to go outside to provide the exact address. The dispatcher tried to comfort her and figure out exactly what had happened.
All right, just take some deep breaths, okay? What's going on?
I don't know. She's full of blood laying in her bed.
She's full of blood? Is she breathing at all?
I don't know. I don't want to touch her. She won't answer me. She
See all these
Okay,
scales
can
on
you
the
see
ground?
her
I gotta
chest
fuck these
rising
fucking
and
scales.
falling at all?
No, I can't touch her.
Okay. It's okay.
Throughout the call, Christy was asked to properly assess the victim's vital signs, but she couldn't muster up the courage to look at her lifeless body again.
Sounds pretty suspect.
Yep, they're coming. It's okay.
Christy eventually calmed down enough to provide the address, and at 8:51 a.m., Officer Brad Hesselbacher was the first to arrive at the scene.
I shall play Legends. Not tonight, buddy. Tomorrow I will.
Since nobody was answering the door, the officer entered the residence and made himself known.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Please come here. I don't know what to do.
While a traumatized Christy hid in the
Oh, they
kitchen,
spawn
the
back
officer
so
entered
quick.
the bedroom
Holy
and
shit.
saw 46-year-old Jennifer Daisy lying
She
on
looks
her
like my
bed,
buddy's mom.
covered
What
in
the
blood,
fuck?
with her mouth slightly open. Upon closer inspection, her head and neck had several deep lacerations. Her ring finger was nearly amputated, hanging on by a small piece of flesh, while her middle finger was partially chopped off and had been neatly
Was she
set on the
murdered?
bedside
Nah, she
table.
just
The
fucking
officer called
shoved
in
the
the
dildo
Criminal
too far up her
Investigations
cooch.
Division and escorted Christy
That's how she severed her
outside.
finger.
He asked her what led up to the discovery of
And cut her
Jennifer's
throat.
body.
You know
She
what I'm saying?
said that she and Jennifer had planned to spend the day together after not seeing each other for the past month. When she arrived at the house that morning, she didn't see Jennifer's car, but Jennifer's son Nick had parked his truck in the driveway. Christy assumed that Nick and Jennifer took her car to pick up some coffee. She decided to let herself into the house, and as she opened the front door, she saw Jennifer's son, 29-year-old Tyler Daisy, standing in the dining room with nothing on. Christy panicked and quickly shut the front door, and moments later, she heard another door close. She assumed that Tyler had gone into his room and it was now safe to enter the home. As she entered the living room, she noticed some sort of hair or fur peeking out from under a blanket on the couch. She lifted the blanket and found Jennifer's dog Echo, unresponsive with a severe injury to his head. Although Jennifer's car was gone and the house was completely silent, Jennifer never left Echo alone, and her purse was sitting on the ottoman in the dining room. Jennifer must have been somewhere in the house. Christy went to her bedroom and knocked on the door, but there was no response. She slowly entered the room, and that's when she discovered Jennifer. After dialing 911, she quickly shut the bedroom door and held it shut until officers...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I found the culprit. It's definitely the fucking son that's standing there naked. Surprise, surprise.
arrived. After learning that Tyler was still in the house, Officer Hesselbacher, along with several officers who had just arrived, re-entered the home and went to Tyler's bedroom. He was found lying in a makeshift bed made out of blankets, and he still hadn't gotten dressed.
The first thing I noted was his, but then once we got him onto his feet, he had a blank stare on his face. He was moving slowly, lethargically.
The officers were concerned that he ingested some sort of substance before they arrived, so they dressed him in a Tyvek suit, and investigator Kurt Rosenthal and another officer took him straight to the Mercy One Medical Center. Meanwhile, investigators at the crime scene began gathering evidence. In the bathroom, they found a hatchet with a palm print on it. Based on Jennifer's injuries, the investigators believed that this was the murder weapon. Although the obvious suspect was Tyler, since he seemed to be the only one in the house at the time of the murder, the investigators needed to rule out any other possibilities. They inspected all of the entrances and noted that there were no signs of a forced entry, but there were footprints leading to the side door. The last time it snowed in Dubuque was 5 days earlier, on January 13th. So whoever had left these footprints must have left them there sometime within the last 5 days. When they asked Christy about the side entrance, she said that it was always locked because nobody ever used it. So it was strange that there were footsteps leading up to it. Apparently, Jennifer's daughter Kylie was the only one with keys for that door, but it was unclear if she had even kept them after she moved out in September. The investigators decided to track down Kylie so they could speak with her, and worked to obtain the Ring camera footage from the front and side entrances. They also tried to get in touch with Nick to figure out why he left his truck at his mom's house and to see if he had her car. Meanwhile, Tyler was still at the hospital with investigator Rosenthal, waiting for some test results. Although he had copious amounts of THC in his system, the ER staff
copious amounts, dude. I wonder what they'd say if they fucking checked my blood. They'd be like, holy fuck, how are you alive?
Staff all agreed that his vitals were stable and he was cognizant, so he was medically cleared. However, the detectives were waiting for the approval of 2 search warrants. One of them was for Tyler's house, and the other permitted them to collect Tyler's urine and blood. Since it's easier to collect his blood at the hospital, they stayed there while they waited for the second warrant to be granted. That's when things got weird.
At some point, did Mr. Daisy indicate he needed to use the bathroom?
Yeah, that was roughly about 25 minutes after we got to the ER. I knew that we were working on getting a search warrant to collect his urine, so I asked him if he could just hold tight. We had some processing to do. That's when he stated to me, "I'm letting go, the keys are yours." And I urged him to just hold on for a couple minutes. He then leaned back in the sofa that he was seated on, and I could hear him urinating inside the Tyvek suit. I was a little disturbed that a grown man wouldn't hold his urine for a couple minutes, and his answer to that was, "Wars are meant to be fought."
About an hour later, the search warrant was granted, and Tyler indicated that he needed to go to the bathroom again.
I told him, "Hey, you don't have to pee in your suit this time. Staff's going to walk in any minute." Within seconds, staff walks in, and as they walk through the front door, or walk into the door of the room, I hear him urinating in his suit again. I scrambled to try to unzip his suit and asked one of the nurses to bring over a collection cup. By the time that happens, we got just a very small sample.
After this wild series of events, they collected his blood and finally transported him to the Dubuque Law Enforcement Center. About 40 minutes after the last bathroom trip, he told the officers that he needed to go again. So Tyler, Rosenthal, and another officer all gathered in the bathroom.
He felt as though he needed to urinate, but he didn't know if he could and thought it might be a couple seconds. He then stated, "I'm not trying to dick you around." I told him, "Hey, we got time. we'll just sit here, let me know when you need to go. Within a matter of seconds, he said, quantum entanglement, brother, and he started urinating. I was only a step away with the cup. I was able to reach into his stream and got a proper sample.
Although it's easy to find humor in such bizarre behavior, Tyler's family...
I bet you this fucking guy just got pissed on all like a couple times.
Family claims that he has a long list of psychotic disorders. Due to these disorders, he wound up in the psych ward several times over the years and occasionally ran into trouble with the law. During Tyler's interview, the detective asked him about his relationship with his mother.
His response was, it's fine, except for when she's acting sneaky like a witch. He then went on to talk about how his mother was part of a covenant of witches.
Tyler said that she was practicing witchcraft just minutes before Christy showed up at the house, and claimed that her witchcraft caused her injuries. When asked what this witchcraft looked like, he described it as his mom putting evil on him.
I then asked him how he felt about his mother practicing witchcraft. And I think that is when he gets into stating something similar to, I just gave up. I just don't care. I don't need her to validate me. He then followed that comment up with, why would I care what a whore thinks? You sit around and drink yourself stupid, fuck like animals, and ruin your children's lives. Why would I care what a person like that thinks?
The detective asked Tyler if he called his mom these names to her face, and Tyler said yes. He was then asked what her response was.
And he said, she's a witch. You know how witches are. Oh, I'm better than you. I will be your fear. I will be your enemy.
Tyler then asked to end the interview, and he remained in custody while the investigation continued. He made several more obscure comments following his interview as well. The first was when Rosenthal had left the room, and Tyler was caught talking to himself in the interrogation footage.
What did he say? What were the comments?
He stated, I would gladly spend an eternity in hell if she could just have a chance at heaven.
He also kept revisiting his claims of witchcraft completely unprompted.
We weren't talking, I wasn't questioning him, and he just stated aloud, witchcraft, brother, witchcraft. A lot that is wrong with my life. When people are trying to get in your way when you were just trying to pursue happiness. It was at that time I told him he was being arrested for the murder of his mother. His response was, it's hard to argue witchcraft in court, isn't it?
While Tyler was certainly the most eccentric person of interest, he wasn't the only strange character in this case. His sister Kylie was working at the Village Inn 1.6 miles away from the crime scene when her grandma called and told her that her mom had been killed. She was told that the police were looking for her, so she got someone to pick her up from work and drive her to Avoca Street, where she met with the crime scene investigators, whose body cams were rolling. Right off the bat, the officers found it strange how antsy she was to enter the home.
There's no one going. There's no one to go inside, or.
Also, considering her mom had just died, Kylie seemed much more bubbly than expected.
I didn't know they left you. Nothing special. Here's this bird.
Lieutenant Chad Crable was tasked with transporting Kylie to the station and interviewing her.
Sorry for bouncing around cars.
It's all good. You're just doing your job.
I'm Chad. What's your name?
Hey, nice to meet you.
She showed no signs of grief and continued to smile and laugh throughout her entire interaction with the police.
So we'll go in here again. I'll just throw your backpack. Thanks. Here, I'll get it back to you.
Yeah. You want my pepper spray too?
I'll throw it back here.
I know I'm not going to do anything with it, but
I appreciate that.
Although Kylie knew that her mom had been murdered, for some reason she thought that the cops were looking for her for something unrelated.
Was there cops sent to my house because this?
Yes.
Okay. I was just double checking. I was fighting a domestic case with my mom because she said I slapped her foot.
Okay.
If you're wondering what Kylie is talking about, she was arrested back in September after she moved out of her mom's house. Allegedly, she had gone back to the house and refused to leave, and things escalated until Kylie slapped her mom's foot. Ultimately, nothing came of these charges, but it was clear that Kylie and her mother were not on good terms at the time of her death. Kylie arrived at the police station at 11:10 a.m. and was brought straight to the interrogation room.
Anything else on you that I should know about? Like, Just phone and
80 trips.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I have
That's
anything
what we
else.
need
Sounds
to
good.
do,
I guess you'll,
boys.
water
80
powder,
trips.
No, if you do have it.
I'll do a bottle of water. How
Okay.
about that? Yep.
It's entirely possible that Kylie's upbeat attitude is her way of coping under such life-changing circumstances. However, there are several other ways that her demeanor can be interpreted. Perhaps she was laughing and smiling because she really didn't care about losing her mother. Or maybe she was trying to manipulate the detective into seeing her as a kind and warm person, someone who would never commit such a heinous crime. Other aspects of Kylie's behavior were questionable as well, like the several times that she redirected the conversation away from her mother's death. For example, right before the interview began,
probably
she
just doesn't
appeared more
fucking care.
interested in chatting up Officer Crable than getting answers about what happened to her mom.
Genuinely, she probably doesn't care.
Were you there when I called about a guy coming to my house?
How long ago?
Not that long ago. There was a guy at my house that I used to work for, or not work for, one of my customers actually came to my house confessing their love, manic, and the guy that my tire before that was the one who dropped him off.
Not good.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
While I'm here, I'm so sorry, I'm all over the word. While I'm here, would I be able to ask about police report after this is done?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Why wasn't Kylie more interested in the details of her mother's death? Was it another coping mechanism, or was there a more insidious reason? If you pay close attention, Kylie's story about her manic stalker could be a sneaky tactic to bolster her alibi.
One of my customers actually came to my house confessing their love, manic, and the guy that my tire before that.
It's gotta be
was
the
one who
brother,
dropped him
bro.
off.
There's no way it was the sister.
If Kylie had a flat tire, it would...
I'm just saying, it's gotta be the brother. Simply put, like, if not, the homeboys is actually fucked in the brain. Let's just say that.
would
It
be
could
very
wrong, been
unlikely
wrong
that she
before.
drove across town to her mom's house to kill her. But rather than coming off as defensive by explicitly saying that her car was out of service, she found a way to organically work it into the conversation. However, this was all speculation at this point. The detective needed much more evidence before he could make any bold accusations.
So yeah, basically I was just asked with trying to get some more information from you about what's going on today. Again, I'm very sorry for your mother's passing. What time did your grandma call you saying that we were in the ambulance about to get back?
9:59. Exactly.
Not 59, perfect. You say.
My grandma, the smallest thing, you have to get there.
Yeah, right.
This statement from Kylie made it seem like this was just another case of grandma overreacting to something small. She downplayed her mother's death like this several times throughout the interview, as if it wasn't a big deal to her at all.
You're at work, so you're unable to go, is that right?
Yes, I don't have my car. My car needs to be fixed because
You have your car.
with my tires, my all-wheel drive is messed up.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. Just so much. So I'm so calm. Shit always happens.
I'm sorry to hear
It's all good.
that.
In case you missed that, Kylie just referred to her tires being popped and said, "That shit always happens," which is why she's so calm about her mom dying. It's extremely rare for the subject of an interrogation to proactively call out their own suspicious behavior. Kylie, however, is clearly self-aware that her lack of visible concern is off-putting. So she takes every opportunity to explain herself, regardless of how unusual her logic may be. Another example of this is when she explained to the detective why she wanted to keep working after learning that her mom had been killed.
Ron was like, I was like, well, I can't really, being a waitress,
Sure.
and me personally, I don't really feel death. Hence why I'm so calm, kind of. But I was like, what's the point of me leaving? Like, it sounds kind of heartless, but it's not like I can do much now.
Sure.
But
Have you had
with how they were reacting, I thought.
It's important to note that Kylie being nonchalant about her mother's death is not a crime. Her suspicious demeanor is only significant if there is other evidence that directly points to her involvement. Crable did note that as the questioning continued, there were several moments that Kylie wiped away tears as they ran down her face.
And dog name?
Echo.
Echo?
She gave her timeline to the detective, saying that she worked all day on the 17th, and a coworker dropped her off at home at about 11 p.m. She was at home all night and left for work just before 8 a.m. on the 18th. By the time the interview concluded, Nick had arrived at the station. He provided his timeline as well, saying that the night of the 17th, he went over to his mom's house to drop off his truck and take his mom's car. Apparently, he was going to Cedar Rapids the next morning, and his truck's check engine light was on. He went back to his house with the car and was there until about 5:30 a.m. when he hit the road for Cedar Rapids. These timelines from Kylie and Nick wouldn't mean much until the detectives clearly established Jennifer's timeline as well. Eventually, the detectives got their hands on Jennifer's Ring camera footage. They started reviewing the footage from the moment Officer Hesselbacher arrived at the scene at 8:51 a.m. and worked their way backwards. 13 minutes earlier, at 8:38 a.m., Christy was captured arriving at the house before discovering Jennifer's body. The next clip was from the night before, at exactly 10:30 p.m. on the 17th, when Jennifer was captured letting Echo back in the front door after a potty break. This is the last time that Jennifer was captured alive, which meant that she had to have been killed at some point between 10:30 p.m. on the 17th and 8:38 a.m. on the 18th. Going back even further on the Ring camera footage, Nick was captured arriving at his mom's house at 7:45 p.m. He visited for about 20 minutes before swapping vehicles with his mom and driving away with her GMC crossover at about 8:05 p.m. According to the Ring employees who released the footage to the detectives, this was the only footage that was saved on the cloud. No activity was captured by the side door camera that could explain the footprints in the snow. Using other cameras throughout the city, the detectives tracked Nick's movements all the way back to the 2400 block of Jackson Street, where he lives with Kylie. Kylie was seen arriving home from work a few hours later, just before 11 p.m. Jennifer's car was on camera all night, and nobody was seen leaving the house until about 5:35 a.m., when Nick got back in the car. He headed south through town and hopped on the highway going towards Cedar Rapids. They also obtained Kylie's cell phone location data, which reflected her being home all night as well. It appeared that Nick and Kylie were nowhere near their mother's house at the time that she was killed. Both of them were ultimately ruled out as suspects. Since Tyler was the only person in the house that night, the detectives were certain that he was their killer. Kylie, who has an active online presence and thousands of followers on TikTok, updated her audience about her mom's murder. The caption read, "Now we celebrate because that's what she would have done. I'll post more soon. #murder, #FYP. By the end of the month, she was back to posting comedy clips, lip syncs, and dance videos. But she also continued to update her fans about Tyler's case as legal proceedings took place. Her videos caught the attention of several media outlets, and during a news interview, she advocated for reform to Iowa's treatment of mental illness. She said that Tyler sought help for many years, but never received proper treatment.
Well, they keep building jails, and they're so quick to put someone in jail, but as soon as someone asks for help, they just turn them away.
The day he was booked on murder charges in the Dubuque County Jail, he was placed in a holding cell. It was a place he'd been many times before, and the jail staff said the last time he was at the Dubuque County Jail, he begged for more help, but none was available.
I don't want him to be put away behind bars because he's not going to get help. Maybe a mental institution would be the best thing for him.
Throughout 2024, Tyler was in and out of competency hearings as the court tried to determine whether or not he was fit to stand trial. Although Tyler was initially deemed competent, this decision was later reevaluated, and they determined that he was actually incompetent. Tyler found this decision to be laughable.
I'd like to say this is not one flew over the cuckoo's nest, and I will not be going to a mental institution, and I will not be taking drugs. I am who I am, and I am who I choose to be, not what you say I am. Do you understand, sirs and ma'ams? Okay.
Daisy's biggest concern was being forced to take medication, to the point where he shouted at the judge and his lawyers, stating his constitutional rights were being violated.
Ultimately, Tyler got his way. The decision was reversed yet again, and he was deemed competent. His trial began July 17th, 2024. And surprisingly, he wasn't there. In a letter addressed to the judge, he expressed his devotion to God and said that he wouldn't participate in legal proceedings. So, the trial commenced without him. Christy was the first of the state's witnesses to take the stand. She described the unhealthy dynamic between Jennifer and Tyler.
Sometimes they would laugh and joke, other times he would name call and she would just smile and act like it didn't hurt her feelings.
What kind of words was he calling her?
He would call her whether he was angry with her or joking around. It was just something he would always say.
After giving a detailed account of the day that she discovered Jennifer's body, she was cross-examined by the defense. They primarily questioned her about who had access to the house other than Tyler. This line of questioning quickly overwhelmed Christy.
Kylie and Jennifer had the keys to the back door.
Yes, when Kylie lived there. Okay. I don't know if she ever returned them when she moved out in September.
And you don't know that anybody else had a key to that back door?
No, I have no idea.
On the front door, how was this door secured?
It had a keypad code. I need to stop.
Can we take a break?
Yeah. Do you know who has the code for the keypad?
Me, Jenny, all of her children, probably a few others.
Already, they are planting the seed in the jury's mind that someone else could have access to the house and killed Jennifer before Christy arrived. Lieutenant Crable was called to the stand as well. The state glossed over photos of the crime scene, and when asking him if the footprints near the side door seemed fresh, he said that it was hard to say if anything was fresh, but there were no signs of a forced entry or a disturbance to the door itself. During cross-examination, the defense once again focused primarily on the side entrance.
This porch right here is kind of what you were talking about, where the footprints, where it looked like somebody had been walking, correct?
That's correct.
And you can't definitively say when that happened, correct?
That's right.
This is the footprints that you observed, correct?
That appears consistent with what I observed outside that side door.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember the last time that it snowed before this?
That looks like on the 13th, so 5 days prior.
And so these footprints probably would have had to been within the last 5 days. Is that correct?
I would say that's hard for me to say, but I would suggest it's probable that else the footprints or the concrete would be covered up with the new snow, I would say.
If somebody left these footprints within the 5 days that Jennifer's body was discovered, why didn't the Ring camera capture them? Well, the defense then shifted the focus onto Kylie. They played her interrogation and pointed out her suspiciously gleeful demeanor. They then asked Crable if he determined whether or not Kylie still had keys to her mother's house.
In your investigation, did you ever find out if she had any keys to the house?
I did not.
They then established that Kylie also knew the passcode to her mother's phone.
Were you able to get possible passcodes for Jennifer Daisy's phone?
Kylie provided me 2 potential passcodes for her phone.
Did she give any indication where the account for her mother's Ring doorbell would be?
Yes, her mother's cell phone.
The defense was implying that Kylie could have accessed her mother's phone and deactivated the Ring camera before using her keys to sneak in through the side door. The investigators also never checked Kylie's phone to see if she had the Ring app on it as well. The state addressed the defense's theory by saying that the pictures of the footprints submitted as evidence clearly show concrete underneath the footprint. Since the stairs to the door are made of wood, this footprint must have been on the driveway. The state suggested that there was no clear evidence that someone had even approached the stairs, and that's why the Ring camera was never activated. They also defended Kylie by asking Crable his opinion about her demeanor.
In your 9 years as an officer, would you be able to say you would be able to predict how a certain person would respond to grief or trauma?
No.
So you wouldn't say that the way she reacted is unusual, generally speaking?
No.
On day 2, Tyler wasn't present once again, and the defense explained to the judge why.
He has indicated that he does not want to be here today, that it is the Sabbath and it is a religious day for him.
Okay. All right. Very good.
As the trial played out, the defense tried to instill reasonable doubt in the jury in a multitude of ways, such as suggesting that the hatchet may not be the murder weapon and questioning how thorough the police department's investigation was. But they always brought the focus back to Kylie's potential involvement. Investigators testified that they never checked the door for any fingerprints and never asked Kylie if she had the keys. One of the officers even spoke to Gina Schletty, known as the unofficial neighborhood leader, and she said that Jennifer and Kylie had an ongoing dispute because Kylie wouldn't return the keys after moving out. Additionally, no search of Kylie's residence was conducted, and nobody asked Kylie to bring in the clothes she was wearing on the night of the murder. But didn't the state have video evidence that Kylie didn't leave her house that night? It turns out that Kylie and Nick's house has a back entrance that was out of view from the traffic light camera. So it was entirely possible that she had snuck out of the house.
Damn,
The
what the
investigators also didn't confirm if Nick had actually made it to Cedar Rapids, and they didn't investigate the possibility of him turning around after leaving Dubuque. After a 3-day trial, the jury was sent to deliberate, and just a few hours later, they returned with a verdict.
As to count one on the charge of murder in the first degree, we, the jury, find the defendant, Tyler Daisy, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. As to count 2 on the charge of animal abuse, we, the jury, find the defendant, Tyler Daisy, guilty of the crime of animal abuse.
Tyler remained in jail until his sentencing hearing on September 4th, 2024, when he finally decided to show up in court. Several members of the Daisy family gave their impact statements, including Susan Daisy, Tyler's grandmother, who forgave her grandson despite the unbearable grief of losing her daughter.
Tyler, I'm going to direct this at you. You didn't think you were loved, and you didn't think you were wanted, but you were wrong. Your mother wanted you, and she loved you.
I can't listen to that. That is fucking terrible, bro. Holy. You don't even want to know what he did to the dog, or fucking murdered it. You have 2 dogs, you love them? Yeah, I got a dog. I got a little rat I call a dog. That's my rat right there. Yo, what's up, Golden? That's my rat right there, dude. Oh, me, oh, my. Looks like a little brown dog. Nah, Rocky's one of a kind, dude. Rocco. One of a kind. Yeah, but Rocky's part Chihuahua, part Pug, so he looks like a lot of dogs, honestly. He looks like a lot of dukes. Peekapoo. What's a good movie? Blow. 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 I gotta put on some TV shows. Popcornmovies.org. Dude, how come I can still use this? Why can't I use this website on my phone, man? Yeah, what's up, Jackson, sorry. Love and peace. What's going on? What's going on? Backton the Crackton. They feel deceived. Their dogs. My dog used to bark at everything. Like I could knock on the wall or whatever, and he'd like start freaking out. But now he's like grown accustomed to the sound of like a knock on the door, and I can sit there and like be downstairs and knock on like the wall or whatever, and he'll literally just ignore that shit. Motherfucker will literally just ignore that shit. Yo, Jackson, I might be moving, bro. Redeem Rocco? I can't. He's downstairs sleeping in my parents' room, and I'm not going to go wake him up. Yeah, shit. I'll still be in Dundas. Yeah. Save the bees. Buzz buzz. I called from a CI today. I left him a couple messages and he called back. I was really happy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Should have told homie to hire your ass. Give me a job, Mr. CEO. I'll start at entry level and work my way up. You did? That's hilarious. Oh shit, they getting fucked up. Okay, I got Ear, Atlantidimes, Dwarfs, Toadflax, Harlander, Quam. Need to get more Cantidine, Ranners, and Snaps. Okay, ASAP. Redeem Toke. Alright, this is the only toke you can redeem tonight, though, bro. This is the only toke you can redeem tonight. Because I'm not rolling another joint. I'm gonna grab a glass of water real quick. Oh, fuck, I gotta start doing farm runs so I can get a spore soon. Bag, baby. Something tells me I should do a farm run right now. So I'm gonna do it. Yo, this has gotta be. And when it comes to for finally, what the fuck are you talking about? I redeem your tokes all the time. You just don't watch when I redeem it. Sometimes I'm busy and I'll be like, alright, give me a fucking minute or something, and then I fucking actually go and smoke it. And then you're like, bro, where's the toke? Where's the toke? After I smoke the toke. Motherfucker. Give me that horse shit. I'll suck my half tooth at ya. You heard? Maple tree, I can do that. Corded, bro. You gotta go with corded for sure. Only problem with corded controllers is like the cord sometimes like can fuck up, you know? Definitely better though. It's just so much more responsive and everything, you know? Oh, I got fire orbs, bro. What am I trying to do here? I got the herbs in. Let's go take it. Oh, I wanted the fucking. Tastes like berries. Poison berries. Oh no. Everyone, weed or alcohol? Definitely weed. It's over. Rip. Oops. Don't you smoke weed, Golden? I thought you smoked weed. What the helter skelter? Qualms. That's where he is. The fuck? The fuck? Who the fuck set up a cannon to kill imps? You thought it would help to take a break from it for a while? Yeah. It would definitely help. Probably best if you just quit, honestly. I've been thinking I gotta quit soon too, man. Like, fuck, I literally need to quit for this job. Pass a drug test. There. You just realized beer is gross? How did you just realize it? Not fair. What kind of beer were you drinking? It's like different types. It's 10%. That's it's a pretty high percentage for a beer. Yeah, it's gotta be like some German shit. Extra strong beer in a can. Oh, that narrows it down. Malt lick, yeah. That cold bitch, bro. Oh my fucking god. That cold bitch, dude. Bitch annoys the fuck out of me, man. In this show. Oh my god. 325. If I could get like a dead even 1,000, I could probably bust them all out tonight, honestly. If I did all of that. I'll just get all 2,000 tonight, fuck it. Yeah. Can I click on this fucking thing? My god. You've been smoking weed since you're 11. You're 24 now. Yeah, pretty much the same. I was like 13. This fucking goober's a bot. Oh shit! They're gonna chop my boy up. He just fucking kicked the shit out of him. Stop that, man. Fuck, this show is so good, dude. I forgot how good it was. Oh my god. So good. Okay, we got dwarf weeds. It's Terramin. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Weed doc. We'll be right back, gentlemen. I gotta go find something to munch on. I'm fucking sorry. Oh, can I click on the scale, bro? Thank you. Big dog eating. Peanut butter and crackers, man. Yum. What a dope midnight snack. 2 a.m. snack. Sitting there grinding his teeth. I'll be goddamn if I didn't put my fucking balls in my 30s. I feel dirty even talking to you. We need to talk. Such a good fucking episode. Jesus. Oh my god. There we go. Where I really come from. Oh. That was crazy. Fuck, man. We have so many pots. I gotta make so many fucking anti-fires. Nice. Very blur level. No tokes, brother. Got nothing. Nothing to smoke out of. No papers, no bong. Got the weed though. R.I.P. I got weed, I just don't have anything to smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got no bong, and I've got no fucking papers. I'll weed right here. I just don't have anything to smoke with, you know what I mean? Cool in the gang, just like Scoob in the gang. Zoinks. It's a musical group from the 70s. Get down on it. Sounds very sexual. Rocky's sleeping with my parents, bro. I can't go get him. I'm sorry, bro. If I had a steak, I would fucking lure him out with a steak. I know, Brennan Taylor. I know. Good old one of these. It's 3:21 a.m.
them. It's only Duradel and Crystalia, they cost 100 points per block still, but like Konar, for example, only cost 80 points per block. So that's nice, save a little bit of points because there's so many Slayer Masters, and each one you have to have an individual block list. So I've got a lot of things to block. Every little bit helps because I don't want to run out of Slayer points. And there's my block list done for Konar. The double catch of runes, holy. Mark of Darkness was updated today to last longer. Originally, it was 1 tick per magic level, so 99 magic was 99 ticks, or basically 1 minute when you cast it. And if you casted it with the Purging Staff equipped, that would multiply the length by 5, so it would be 5 minutes. But with today's update, it now has a base length of 3 minutes, regardless of your magic level, and casting it with the Purging Staff equipped does still multiply it by 5 times. That means the length is 15 minutes per cast. The double B-stabs. And our thralls did not take any of the split from us, because 40 is the proper amount. Oh, the thralls got one that time. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's awesome. A good piece of oath plate.
Finally.
Oh, it's so good.
426 KC.
Yeah, wait, that's actually really good because once we get the 450 oath plate shards, which is basically guaranteed to happen, probably like before, should be before 600 KC, we'll be able to just make the chest.
I put the oath plate legs in storage.
Oh gosh, that was a big sire task. I'm gonna hold off on that for a couple more days until I stream next. Before I go off to do a TOA before bed, I want to show you the stats, the differences between the tassets and the oath plate legs. So if you look at the accuracy bonus, you'll notice there is negative range and mage accuracy for both, but what the oath plate legs have is slash accuracy, and that's the main benefit of the oath plate set. It's the same strength bonus as Bandos, but it has slash accuracy to it. And then the defenses aren't too different. The tassets have more range defense, whereas the oath plate armor has more melee defense. And then Bandos, because Bandos is a god, it does have +1 prayer bonus, whereas oath plate does not have prayer bonus. Really, the use case for oath plate is wherever you're going to be using slash, which is a lot of places in the game, although unfortunately TOA is not a place where I use slash, so I will continue to rock the Bandos for TOA. Spookdog was going for collection log items today, and she said afterwards, when she gets the item, we can go do some Yama. And she just got the item, so about to go do some Yama. But first...
Alright, boys, I'm going to bed. Nice little chunk of some XP right there. 230k XP, shoink. Just like that. Catch y'all later. Actually, let's see here. I can almost boost for fucking Bruise, bro. And then once I boost for Bruise, then we're going for Fire Cape. Peace out, chat.